The biggest block to manifestation isn't doubt, fear, or even negative thinking. It's complexity. The truth is, quantum manifestation is so easy, people refuse to believe it. We've been trained to think success requires grind, effort, and endless rituals. But the quantum field doesn't respond to effort, it responds to state. This is not about doing more, it's about being more. And once you grasp this, your life changes forever. Why we overcomplicate manifestation. Humans are addicted to struggle. If something feels too simple, the mind resists. It can't be that easy. So we pile on rituals, techniques, affirmations, vision boards, endless visualizations. But the paradox is this: the more you try to force it, the more you broadcast lack. Effort says, I don't have it yet. The field mirrors exactly that. More waiting, more distance, more struggle. The quantum field responds to frequency, not force. Here's what quantum science teaches us. The field isn't responding to what you want. It's responding to what you are. Every thought, every emotion, every state of being is like a frequency broadcast, and the field is like a mirror. It can only reflect what you send out. This means you don't manifest by trying harder. You manifest by aligning deeper. Why simplicity is the secret. The greatest teachers, Neville Goddard, Florence Scovel Shinn, Joe Dispenza, all point to the same truth. Manifestation works best when you strip it down. Not more steps, not more effort, but more clarity, coherence, and surrender. Think of it like tuning a radio. You don't have to build a new station. You just match the frequency, and the music appears. The science of coherence, neuroscience, confirms it. When your brain and heart are in coherence, your electromagnetic field becomes powerful, measurable, magnetic. This is not woo, it's physics. When your thoughts and emotions broadcast the same signal, the quantum field collapses into alignment with it. That's why gratitude is so powerful. It's the frequency of already having, and the field mirrors it instantly. Why trying blocks receiving? Think of the last time you were desperate for something. Love, money, recognition. That desperate energy didn't attract, it repelled. Why? Because the quantum field doesn't hear your words. It hears your vibration. When you want too much, you broadcast lack. When you chase, you push it away. But when you embody it, when you live from the feeling of, it's already mine, that's when the field responds. The real reason your manifestations haven't shown up. Most people give up right before the shift. They mistake the silence, the delay, as failure. But the truth? That gap is called neuroplastic delay. It's simply your brain and body rewiring to the new frequency. Nothing is wrong. You're not failing. The shift is already in motion. Reality is just catching up. 3 practical shifts to make manifestation. Effortless, stop asking, start being. Instead of asking, when will it happen? Ask, who would I be if it was already done? Then live from that state. Shift from effort to embodiment. Meditate not to get somewhere, but to remember who you already are. Stop chasing. Start becoming. Practice the frequency of receiving. Every day, feel gratitude not for what's coming, but for what's already here. This trains your nervous system to normalize abundance. The surrender paradox. Here's the final secret. The more you let go, the faster it comes. Not because the universe rewards laziness, but because letting go is trust. Surrender says, I already know it's mine. And the field mirrors exactly that. The ones who manifest the fastest are not the ones who try the hardest. They're the ones who trust the deepest. Identity is everything. At the core of manifestation is this truth. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. When you keep identifying as the old version of yourself, broke, unworthy, waiting, you keep collapsing the same timeline. But when you shift your identity, even slightly, you step into the parallel reality where your desire already exists. The unbelievable ease of quantum creation. Here's why people refuse to believe it's easy. Because ease doesn't fit the story we've been sold. We've been conditioned to believe that power must be earned, that success requires grind, that miracles are rare, but the universe is effortless by design. Trees grow, rivers flow, stars shine without strain, and so does your manifestation. The hidden role of the nervous system. Most people don't realize that manifestation doesn't just happen in the mind, it happens in the body. Your nervous system is the gatekeeper. If your body feels unsafe with abundance, unsafe with love, unsafe with freedom, it will reject it, no matter how much you affirm it. This is why people say, I visualize, but nothing happens. The truth is, your subconscious doesn't believe you're safe to have it yet. The observer effect in action quantum physics tells us, particles exist in infinite states until they are observed. This is not metaphor, it's the foundation of reality. Every time you focus on a possibility, you collapse it into being. The problem is, most people unconsciously observe lack, fear, and limitation. That's why their lives keep repeating the same patterns. But once you learn to direct your observation deliberately, to see yourself as already abundant, already chosen, already whole, the field has no choice but to reorganize around that observation. The trap of evidence seeking. One of the biggest blocks is needing proof. The mind says, I'll believe it when I see it. But the quantum field says, you'll see it when you believe it. This constant search for evidence keeps you stuck in old timelines. Because the old identity is always asking, where is it? And the very act of asking keeps you in the frequency of not having. Real power comes when you no longer need proof, when your state itself becomes the proof. The power of identity loops. Your brain loves repetition. Every time you think the same thought, feel the same emotion, replay the same identity, you deepen that loop in your neurology. That's why change feels so hard at first. You're breaking loops. But here's the secret. Once you install a new loop, your brain and body make it automatic. So instead of looping on, I'm stuck, I'm waiting, you train yourself to loop on, it's already mine, I'm already it. Over time, the identity becomes effortless and manifestation follows. The frequency of neutrality. Here's an advanced key. Neutrality is just as magnetic as excitement. When you're too attached, you push it away. But when you relax into neutrality, when you're okay whether it comes today, tomorrow, or next month, you stop resisting. This isn't indifference, it's power. Neutrality tells the field, I'm safe, I'm whole, I'm already complete. And from that state, manifestation flows without friction. How to collapse timelines. Every possibility already exists. There's already a version of you living the life you desire. The only difference is frequency. So how do you collapse into that version? Not by chasing it, but by embodying it. Ask, how would I think if it were already mine? How would I walk, breathe, speak, feel, and then live from that state now? The timeline collapses not when you earn it, but when you remember it. Why people resist simplicity. Here's the ultimate paradox. People don't like easy answers. If it's too simple, they don't trust it. So they keep looking for more rituals, more steps, more gurus. But the ones who actually manifest are the ones who accept the simplicity and live it. Because in the end, the universe is not complex, it's precise. And simplicity is the most precise power there is. The misunderstood role of effort. People assume effort equals progress. But in the quantum field, effort often signals resistance. Think about it. When you're straining, trying, pushing, you're broadcasting lack. You're saying, it's not here yet, I need to force it. And the field mirrors that back by keeping it away. True quantum manifestation doesn't require hustle. It requires harmony. The most magnetic frequency is calm certainty, not frantic striving. Why the mind doesn't lead? Energy does we've been taught. Mindset first, energy second. But reality works the opposite way. Your state of being, your energy, instructs your mind what to think, not the other way around. That's why affirmations often fail. They're mental words trying to override an energetic frequency. But when you shift your energy, the thoughts follow naturally. Change your energy, and your mind rewrites itself. Emotional coherence is the real secret. The quantum field doesn't listen to scattered energy. It listens to coherence. When your thoughts say one thing, your emotions another, and your body feels something else, nothing manifests. It's noise. But when your thoughts, emotions, and body align, even for just a few seconds, the field responds instantly. That's why one moment of pure coherence can do more than years of forcing. The paradox of wanting. Wanting feels powerful, but it's actually dangerous. Why? Because wanting declares, I don't have it yet. And the more you want, the more you reinforce not having. The shift is subtle but life-changing. Move from wanting to embodying. Instead of saying, I want abundance, begin living as though abundance is your natural state. Wanting keeps it away. Embodiment brings it close. Surrender is the shortcut. The ego hates surrender because it feels like losing control. But in manifestation, surrender is control. When you release the timeline, the how, the constant checking, you release resistance, and the field finally delivers. Surrender is not giving up. It's handing the wheel to the version of you who already has it. How time really works in manifestation. We think manifestation takes time, but in truth, it takes alignment. Time is just the delay between who you are now and who you're becoming. The more coherent your frequency, the shorter the delay. That's why some people manifest instantly, while others wait years. The field doesn't care about time, it cares about frequency. The myth of worthiness. Many people unconsciously block manifestation because they don't feel worthy. But here's the truth. The field doesn't measure worth. It mirrors energy. Reality is not asking, do you deserve this? It's asking, are you aligned with it? Worthiness is a human story. Frequency is universal law. The identity upgrade manifestation is not about attracting something new. It's about upgrading who you are. If your identity is rooted in lack, you'll keep broadcasting scarcity. If your identity shifts to abundance, the field must mirror abundance. Ask yourself, who am I being right now? Because that identity is the magnet, not your wish list, not your vision board, not your rituals. When you embody the identity of the person who already has it, reality bends to match. The frequency of gratitude. Gratitude is not just a nice feeling. It is a quantum command. When you feel gratitude for what hasn't yet appeared, you collapse the timeline that says it's coming someday. You anchor yourself in it's here now. Gratitude is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. It shifts your energy into receiving mode, instantly. Why overthinking blocks the field? The quantum field speaks in frequency, not logic, but most people try to think their way into manifestation. Overthinking scatters energy. It keeps you analyzing instead of aligning. The truth? The field doesn't care about your detailed plan. It only cares about your vibrational signature. Stop overthinking. Start embodying. The power of emotional rehearsal. The brain doesn't know the difference between real and imagined experiences. When you emotionally rehearse the feeling of your desire fulfilled, the body begins to live as though it's already true. That's why elite athletes rehearse victories in their minds before stepping onto the field. Their bodies enter the future before reality does. Do this daily. Feel your future before it arrives. This is not pretending. It's training your frequency. Detachment. The final key attachment kills manifestation. It creates desperation, tension, and a signal of lack. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care without clinging. The moment you let go, the quantum field delivers faster because your frequency is finally clean. Detachment is not losing interest. It's stepping into trust. Closing words. Long, emotional, powerful. So here is the truth most people never realize. Quantum manifestation is not complicated. It is not reserved for gurus, monks, or scientists. It is the most natural thing in the world. But because it is so simple, people refuse to believe it. The field is not judging you. It is not testing you. It is not deciding whether or not you are worthy. It is simply responding to the frequency you hold in this very moment. Every thought, every emotion, every posture of your being is a broadcast, and the universe cannot help but echo it back. So ask yourself right now, what am I broadcasting? Am I sending signals of lack, of waiting, of striving? Or am I radiating the calm certainty that it's already mine? The shift happens when you stop trying to get and start choosing to be. When you stop begging reality to change and instead embody the version of yourself who already lives inside the change. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop chasing, everything starts chasing you. The moment you surrender the fight, reality bends in your favor. The moment you step into coherence, the quantum field responds without hesitation. Remember this, simplicity is not weakness, it is power. The universe was never asking you to struggle, it was only waiting for you to align. So from this moment forward, stop complicating it, stop doubting it, stop resisting the very truth your soul already knows. You don't manifest by doing more, you manifest by being more. And when you are, the quantum field has no choice but to mirror you back. Your dream life is not in the distance. It's entangled with you right now, waiting for the signal of coherence, gratitude, and trust. Send that signal, and reality will respond. This is the secret. This is the simplicity. And now, the choice is yours.